Come on in, come on in, come on in. Trying to see if I want to take this headband off and push my hair up. I think I'm gonna push it up because we like big hair. Hey, good morning. Hold on, let me put my mic in. Put a one in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Hello, come on in. Put a one in the comments if you can hear me clearly while I try to fix my frizz. You know, some people don't like frizzy hair, but I like frizzy hair. Big hair is me. Most definitely me. Perfection. Come on in, come on in. Today we're talking about emotional intelligence for women leaders. So if you are enrolled in my emotional intelligence 101 class, this is what we will be having. This is our second lecture of today. For the class. So make sure you share this with another amazing woman leader. Okay? Because emotional intelligence is the name of the game while I'm trying to fix this over here and hold this mic. Share this with another amazing leader. I need to send this out myself. I'm trying to fix this. I think we're going to be right here, baby. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Thank you. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from because I want to know. Let me know where you're watching from. While I pull up my notes. There we go. Oh, let me make sure it's on here now. Hold on, I had to open my computer because I think my notes on here. Nope, they're not. Hold on. That's annoying. Come on in, come on in. Yeah, they let me know where I was watching from. Let me see. Let's see if that picks it up. Come on in. Okay, there we go. Got it pulled up. Hey, Louisiana. That's my home state. Hi, Delilah. I'm so glad that y'all are here. Hey, Georgia. I'll be in Georgia soon, actually. Hey, Florida. Come on in, come on in, come on in. All right. So today, like I said, we're going to be talking. This is the second lecture from the emotional intelligence series. So if you're enrolled in my emotional intelligence 101 course for emotional leaders, not emotional leaders, excuse me, for women leaders, then you are in the right place and space, okay, to get what you need. If you don't know who I am, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine leadership strategist. And what I do is I support my amazing clients who are women leaders by helping them to burn their old identities. I support them in which that supports them in amplifying their magnetism, mastering their emotions, making more money, getting healthier. And we do all of this using your feminine energy. And you probably like, how do you get women to actually do this using their feminine energy? Well, what actually happens is a lot of women who attain like a lot of achievements and different things, they do it in a more masculine type of way. So they kind of do it in a way that exhaust them. If I'm going to be honest, like they're extremely exhausted. And because they're so exhausted, they position themselves to not be able to enjoy what it is that they actually, are doing. And so I support them in shifting that. Okay. So my clients or some of my track records, I'm going to have to put this somewhere, honey, because I need to fix this angle of the camera because I don't like it. This has supported my clients in going from 5 figures to 6 figures, 6 figures to multi 6 figures. And I have built a 6 figure business from the ground up myself, 6 figure plus business from the ground up myself without hustling. I do not recommend the hustle for women because the hustle makes you sick. This is why a lot of women have womb issues and don't even realize it, truthfully. So I don't subscribe to the hustle. I don't support women hustling. I don't support women doing that because it's very damaging to your womb. It's very damaging to your essence as a woman. So I don't support that. I do support women in a sense of building wealth, right? But wealth looks like 5 different pillars. Wealth consists of financial resources, emotional fulfillment, time freedom, healthy relationships, growth, and purpose. Okay. So when we're talking about we're building generational wealth, that's what we're actually speaking on. So we're speaking on pouring into all 5 of those buckets. All right. So if we're talking about building generational wealth, that's where we're speaking on. Okay. So we're not just leaving the kids money because if they don't know how to manage themselves and if they lack self-awareness, which is what we're going to be talking about today, then they're not going to be able to do what they need to do with that money. Okay. And if you don't believe me, just look at the lineage of Solomon and look at Solomon. Okay. David did a whole lot to set Solomon up. And what ended up happening was Solomon blew it. Solomon had everything and he literally blew it. Okay. And it messed up the lineage. So this is why it tells you really, yes, you are to leave an inheritance for your children, but you're not to concern yourself about what they're going to do with it. But what you are responsible for doing is preparing them. So they can't say that they didn't know. Their choices are their own. Okay. So specifically, we're going to be talking today about if you can't control your emotions, okay, you will never control your life. This is the first installment of the emotional intelligence series. Last week we talked about in the last week's lecture what emotional intelligence is, why it's important in your life, why you need it in 2025 as a woman. And so now we're going to be talking about the lost art of self-awareness, because I'm going to be honest with y'all, a lot of y'all are not self-aware, and it really worries me. It worries me to core my soul that you don't know who you are, and that you wait on society to tell you who you are, and you wait on society to tell you how to be a woman, and all these different type of things that honestly is not their responsibility, is not their job, and they tricking you. They're tricking you. Okay. So I need you to get a hold of your emotions. So we're going to break this down today. All right. So again, for those who are joining, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine leadership strategist. And what I do is I support my amazing clients who are women leaders. I help them burn their old identities, amplify their magnetism, master their emotions, make more money, and get healthier simply by aligning with their authentic feminine energy. Well, who am I and why am I qualified to be able to speak on this? Well, I used to be that person as well. I used to be about 100 pounds heavier. Let's start there. I used to be a hustler, a people pleaser, all over the place, worrying about what other people think about me, all these different things. And I had to step away from all of those things in order for me to rise from the ashes. So I had to burn my old identity. Okay. So I support women in coming into that space. All right. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. If you cannot control your emotions as a woman leader, you will never, and I do mean ever, be able to control your life. And if you see me looking down, you see me looking at my notes on my iPad. All right. So here's the thing. A lot of people say that they want success. They say that they want peace. They say that they want emotional fulfillment. But the truth is, if your emotions are running you, you're never going to have control over your life, period. Period. This is why it tells you in scripture about how deceitful your heart actually is. Oh, by the way, everything that you get from me is going to come from scripture, science, and psychology. I'm a bit of a nerd, and those are my specialties. I have really great pattern recognition. So I'm able to see a lot of different things. So my spiritual gifts are very, very interesting. But I have been able to get in a space to where I've been able to accept them and honor them. And I love, love, love that aspect for myself. And one of those things is being able to understand how emotions impact you on a spiritual level, how emotions impact you on a cellular level, and how these things either push you towards success or push you towards sickness. Okay? Because those are the two choices. Being pushed towards success, whatever success looks like for you, or sickness, which is what society has literally set you up to do. Okay. Let's go ahead and be honest about 2025. It's not playing fair. Okay. It's not playing fair at all. 2025 came in here swinging, and a lot of women are recognizing and understanding that they're not emotionally nor financially prepared for what's going on because there's a lot that's happening. The women are going to win this year, though, because they're going to be women that are going to win this year. These are going to be the women who master their emotions, who regulate their nervous system, who take control of their financial and emotional well being. Those are the women who are going to win. And I want you to drop a heart in the comments if you have been feeling, drop a purple heart in the comments. Okay. If you have been feeling the pressure of everything from 2025 thus far already, drop a purple heart in the comments for me if you have been feeling the pressure of everything that has been happening in 2025 thus far. Okay. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. We all are feeling it, right? We all are feeling the pressure. Okay. But here's the thing, and here's the things that we're feeling. We are feeling the following, right? We're feeling economic uncertainty, which is like layoffs, rising cost, financial instability, and it's forcing people to rethink their entire lives. If you were on my live last year around this time, I did a live in February that is still on YouTube. It's probably the one that's done the highest numbers on my YouTube page, where I'm talking about how people are going to lose their job at a rapid rate and how people are not being good stewards of their talents. And because of that, they're going to lose the little that they have. Everything I said in that video has already started happening. It has been happening for a while now. Okay. So when I tell you I'm not new to this, I'm very true to this. I am always, 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 always asking for guidance. And I'm always, 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 always seeking the Most High's face about what the next step needs to be. And I'm telling you, economic certainty is something that a lot of people are dealing with. Emotional burnout. Women are extremely exhausted. They're trying to juggle work. They're trying to juggle relationships. They're trying to improve, but they really feel stuck. A lot of them. Okay. A lot of women and people in general are desiring for independence and more wealth. More women are realizing that emotional intelligence and financial literacy are now non-negotiables. You can no longer sit around here and act like and be emotionally unintelligent. You cannot sit around here anymore and not be literate financially. Okay? So a lot of people need to get an understanding. Someone said in the comments that a lot of jobs are going to be created this year. Absolutely. But here's the thing that a lot of people need to understand about these jobs that are going to be created. If you do not have the skill sets, see, the future belongs to the creatives, the innovators, and the observers, beloved. And if you are not in tune with your creativity, if you have not really been observing, if you are not innovative, you will not thrive. I don't care what job they create. I don't care what job they create for you. And the jobs that they are creating for you are never going to pay you the fullness in which you are worth anyway. So, according to statistics, by 2027, most people are going to be forced into entrepreneurship. So, I strongly suggest that you tap into those creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to Proverbs 8 and 12, so that those gifts can make room for you. Because if you don't, you are competing with AI, you are competing with other things. See, we are in a season where you can no longer be not connected to your spiritual core because you're not going to be able to create the reality that you want. That's the point blank, period. They want you to outsource your creativity, which is why they are throwing apps like Chat and DeepSeek and all those things in your face because they want you to outsource your creativity. They want you to outsource your consciousness. Hold on, I'm going too far. Let me stay on target. Let me stay on target because I'm gonna come for that in a second. But let me stay on target of why we're here for emotional intelligence class. Okay, so that you can thrive. Here's the third thing that a lot of people are dealing with that's strong. Social media overload. Everywhere you turn, people are talking about discipline change and everything that's happening in the world, but nobody is showing you actually how to implement this transformation. Okay? Nobody. Nobody's showing you how to really do it. But here's the truth. If you don't master your emotions now, you will not survive what is coming next. And I'm not even playing. I wish I could sit here and be like, oh, if you can't get control of your emotions now, if you are crashed out to the point on February 4th, and we only at February 4th, and you already crashing out, where are you going to be in 6 months when things really get active? See, emotional intelligence is required. It's not something that, oh, I could just, I need more. No, you need it now. You need it now, because if you don't get it now, you're going to act out, and they have a plan for you if you act out. That's what you need to understand. You live in a society that does not care about you, that is quick to enslave you, and you need to start thinking. And the first aspect of that is you stop being an emotional slave to your society. Okay? So that's going to be the thing. So let's go ahead and get into how you do not keep being a spiritual, mental, emotional, financial, and social slave to society. The key to you not being a slave to society is having self awareness, which is a lost art in this society. Most people are always looking for something to identify themselves in, which is why you hear people say, "Oh, yeah, I can relate to that. Girl, you just like me." You are wonderfully and beautifully made. You are a unique masterpiece. And the fact that you won't get in alignment with that is very sad for you, because you will never be able to carry whatever it is that you think that someone else has, that has you out here copying them, mimicking them, and not being yourself. It is a slap in the creator's face to mimic and to copy and to compare yourself to somebody else. That's crazy work. People who compare themselves to other people who copy other people who mimic, are people who don't understand their own value. They don't understand their own essence, their own identity. And we are living in a society where you can no longer do that. You're going to get swept under the rug. The leaders are rising. Okay. That's why this class is called Emotional Intelligence for Women Leaders, because I'm not for everybody. If you don't like the truth, I'm not the one for you. But if you like results and you want to get things done and you want to get to the next level, I got you. Thank you, my love, for these likes, follows, and gifts. So since self-awareness is the lost art that has a lot of people all over the place, let's get into exactly what self-awareness is. And I'm going to break it all the way down to the bottom of the map. So when you leave here, you're going to be very clear on what self-awareness is. Okay. Thank you, my love, for these likes and these gifts. Drop purple hearts in the comments to let me know that you are present for class. Today is the second lecture for Emotional Intelligence 101. If you do not have your syllabus, make sure you click the link in the bio to be able to download your syllabus. Okay. And I also offer an emotional intelligence workbook that actually goes with this, that really helps you get to the work. Because you can listen to lectures all day long, but I'm not here to be your amen section. Let me just let you know. I'm not here for your claps. I'm not here for your approval. I'm not here for any of that. I'm here on assignment. Okay? I'm here on assignment because I have to answer to the Most High. So I'm here on assignment, and hopefully you fulfill your assignment by getting control of your emotions, because self-control is a fruit of the spirit. How about that? Okay. All right. So I see y'all purple hearts. Welcome. And remember, you are graded on this lecture with your likes, your shares, and your engagement. So don't be cheeky. Don't be selfish. Don't be self-centered. Get people in the space to where we all can get emotionally intelligent, because here's the real issue. And I'm going to talk to us for a second. And when I say us, you know who I'm talking to. And you know, we are a very emotional people, but we lack strategy. And we lack strategy because we are not operating from a space of intelligence, only emotions. When you have emotional intelligence, you can create proper strategy, and you can take action, and you can create a movement. This is why a lot of movements do not last. This is why a lot of movements do not last. Emotionalism without strategy and without action is pointless. So if you really want to get organized, if you really want to take action, it is going to require a level of intelligence emotionally. You cannot be easily triggered, because that is how you continue to lose your power. Okay? Everybody got it? Everybody good? So let's get intelligent with our emotions, starting with self-awareness. What exactly is self-awareness? Self-awareness, the definition I'm going to give you, and then I'm going to break it down a bit further. So if we're looking at the definition according to Merriam-Webster, self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, thoughts, and behaviors, and how they affect others. I'm going to say that one more time. Self-awareness, okay, is the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, your own thoughts, your own behaviors and how they affect other people. All right. So if I were to break this down a little bit further, let's go into what exactly awareness is by itself. Awareness means knowing something exists. Self is your character, who you are, and your behavior, how you act. Okay. Your emotions are defined as energy in motion. And emotion is defined as a conscious mental reaction. This is why I tell my clients, when you say things like, I feel like, that's a thought. I feel like dot, 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 dot. That's a thought, because a feeling is an actual emotion. I feel sad, not I feel like. I feel like is a thought that can be changed. Okay. So understand, the first thing that you need to be very clear on is that your emotions are developed in your mind. Hello, somebody. Because a lot of us have the confusion that emotions are developed a different kind of way. The right side of the brain is known as, to some people, the feminine side of the brain. And that side of the brain is where your emotions and things are stored. Your emotions, your creativity, your nurturing, your intuition, all of those things are right brain energy things. Okay. So when we're talking about an emotion specifically, that is a conscious mental reaction. What you feel, you act on. Okay. What you think you feel is what you act on. All right. So it's extremely important that you understand that and be very clear on that. Okay. Extremely, extremely, extremely important. Someone said opposite. Explain to me what is opposite in the comments, and I'll come back and I'll address it. If you don't recognize now how your emotions influence your choices, you're going to be a bit on autopilot and not in control of your life. This is how people, you ever think about, this is for my fighters, the ones who grew up fighting, right? And I grew up fighting. So for those who grew up fighting and who would have those moments when you would black out, when you would fight and something else would take over and you would just kind of wake up from the aftermath. And that's what the people who really used to fight, right? That is you being on autopilot. That is you checking out. Okay. And you actually getting in a space to where you are still functioning, but you completely checked out. You literally having a out of body experience. So when you come outside of yourself, what goes in or what's coming from you? That's what you need to start asking these questions. You need to really start asking yourself, who is this when you are crashing out? Because that's not who you are. You're operating outside of yourself, which means that you do not have control over your own consciousness. You do not have control over your own thought process. You do not have control over how you behave. And that's a problem. Society wants you to be all over the place. They want you to be irate. They want you to act out because they have a plan for that. You have got to stand in a space and get in control of yourself. Self-awareness, again, is the ability to understand and recognize your own thoughts, your own emotions, and your own behaviors. Here's the cost of you not doing these things. This is what positions you for mental, emotional, physical, social, financial slavery. Okay. This is how you get positioned for it. The cost of you not mastering your emotions and you not being aware of your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors, you have financial struggle. This is why you impulsively spend. You impulsively spend because you are not conscious of your bank account. Hello, somebody. Thank you. I appreciate that. All praises to the Most High. You are not, you impulsively spend because you don't check your bank account. That's why you do that. So I'm girl, and don't get me wrong, I've done it. Just swipe, you whole weekend you just swiping until then you like, I'm not going to look at it until Monday. But this is a form of self-sabotage. It's a form of self-sabotage. It really is. It's you not being aware. This is a part of self-awareness. Checking your bank account is self-awareness. because you're being aware of your finances, and because you won't be aware, you impulsively spend, you self sabotage opportunities, and you operate in scarcity. It means you operate in lack. You spend money like you never gonna get it again, because the reality is, in your mind, somewhere in the depths of your belief, you believe that you won't be able to get it again, at least not until this time, and you spend based on that. See, spending habits, impulsive spending habits, and impulsive eating habits go hand in hand. If you tight with your money, you might be a little, you might have a little tight, or different kind of ways that you eat. If you are a big splurger with your money, that's probably how you end up eating food as well. Okay? Thank you, my love. That's probably how you end up eating food as well. So there's a connection with how you do money and your how you eat food. I know this because I used to be an emotional eater and an emotional impulsive spender as well. Okay. So this is what happens when you are not aware of self. You do things like this. Let me tell you what else is costing you by not being self-aware. Relationship issues. Y'all, your self-awareness is the real truth of the matter of why you're a poor communicator. A lot of women, I realize, think that they're great communicators. Y'all really are great liars. You need to learn the difference between being expressive and actual communication. Expression, verbal expression, can be a part of communication, but please understand, okay, that communication is not a lot of women's strong point. A lot of y'all are extremely passive aggressive. Let's get into it. A lot of y'all are not really girls, and y'all don't like direct confrontation or direct information to you, because you want somebody to speak to you in the softest way, and you really, you don't communicate. You don't know how to communicate. Communication is a process, and communication requires active listening, and a lot of y'all do not listen. You listen to respond. You don't listen to actually be active, to be an active participant in the conversation. You can't be an active participant in the conversation when you've already had the conversation in your mind before you got there. See, you've already put your defenses up. You've already decided what this other person is going to say to you, so you already have responses prepared. Baby, you got, for everything that you think they're going to say, you got 3 responses. You're not listening, sweetheart. You're not a good communicator. You're lying. You're lying to yourself. And you have poor communications in relationships. Don't tell me you are a great communicator when you scared to ask for what you need in a relationship. Girl, please get out my face. Please get out my face with the lies. You scared to ask that man for something, but I don't know why he won't communicate. Girl, you won't even say what you need. Don't piss me off. Please. Please. Come on. Y'all are not good communicators. You don't even know how to talk to yourself. Don't piss me off. You don't even know how to talk to yourself when you make a mistake. You cry into the Most High asking for forgiveness, and then turn around and put yourself back in the same shackles by continuing to repeat the trauma bond over and over again, because your identity is being a victim. Child, don't make me mad this morning. Please. Please. You are not a good communicator, my love. You don't even communicate well to yourself. You not being aware is costing you, because you are having these relationship issues. And I'm not even just talking romantic, baby. You won't even tell your friend about herself, even though you know she's going down a road that's going to lead to her demise. But the truth of why you won't tell her about herself is because you don't want the light to be shined back on you, because you have not confronted yourself. When people explain to me that they don't like confrontation, do you know what that really means? Do you know what that really says about you? Little miss, I don't like confrontation. See, some of y'all need to be very clear about what you're saying. You don't like conflict because you don't like the way it feels. But if you're saying you don't like confrontation, you are letting us all know that you do not confront anything in your own life. You do not confront yourself. Therefore, you are not growing. Therefore, you are not elevating. And we need to keep our eye on you, because you are not okay. You are not okay. You're not safe to keep around, because you don't tell the truth. See, a woman that lies to herself will also lie to you. A woman that will betray herself will also betray you. That's what you better understand, and you better know. That's what you better understand and you better know. And a lot of y'all betray yourselves and then have these high expectations for men to show up for you when you won't even show up for yourself. Please. He won't even text me. You don't even talk to yourself in a nice way. You're waiting on a text. You think you're an energetic match for a love letter when you are not a walking love letter? Don't piss me off. Because you don't know yourself and you're so unaware of self, you're a poor communicator. You lack boundaries, which is why people keep getting over you. It's not because you have a big heart. Because how the hell you got a big heart for everybody but yourself? Don't piss me off. Please. How? Make it make sense. Having a big heart is only a flex when your boundaries are bigger than your heart, my love. Make it make sense. Poor communication, lack of boundaries, and you always attracting the same type of toxic cycles. You keep dating the same type of person or getting the same type of friend in a different body, and you're trying to figure out why. You're welcome, my love. Thank you for these likes, these gifts, and these shares. You're trying to figure out why. Why do people keep using me? Cause you cause you're easy prey. I've never seen a sucker not get licked. Never. I've never seen anyone pass money up on the street. If you see $1,000 on the street, somebody's gonna pick it up. Now, whether they return it or try to figure out, keep it, that's on them. But they're gonna pick it up. That's what you're doing. You are walking value, and because you don't understand that. See, here's the thing that you don't understand about people. It's not that people don't know your worth. They know you don't know your worth, and that's why they use you the way they do. Yeah. Yep. That's why they use you the way you do because they understand that you don't see your own value. And because you don't see your own value, imagine riding past and seeing an amazing, I don't know, seeing a Rolls Royce with the keys in it. And all you got to do is get in and drive off and it's yours. You ain't even got to pay for it. You ain't even got to work for it. Hell, with some of y'all, you ain't even got to ask for it. They just got to get in. But you're a great communicator. Baby, you don't know yourself. And because you don't know yourself, you automatically devalue yourself. And you're not going to convince me that you are valued at your 9 to 5. You are valued in your relationship. You are valued by the people in your experience because you do not value yourself. And that is your mirror. That is your mirror. That's your mirror. Here's the third issue when it comes down to you, when you're not self-aware, like what it's costing you. You're welcome, love. Inconsistent. Okay. Not only are you inconsistent and you're burnout, but you're always reacting to everything. You're never leading, and you always feel out of alignment and overwhelmed. Those are your dominant vibrational states. Overwhelmed, reactionary. Okay. Those are that's your vibe. That's your vibe. Most women don't fail because they're not capable at things. They fail because they aren't emotionally prepared to handle the challenges that comes with whatever it is that they're doing. Like marriage. Huh? Y'all want to be married so bad, don't it? Yeah. Okay. You ready to weather the storm? See. See, this is the thing. Everyone wants things and they want things to be successful. And when they fail, they're confused when in reality you didn't prepare. Here's the truth of the matter. A lot of women lack vision. And so they lean on a man to direct them somewhere because they don't have a vision for their own life. When it literally tells you in scripture, without a vision, the people will perish. And you wonder why you keep getting these relationships and these friendships and nothing ever seems to come of it but destruction and demise and just devaluing. You don't really pick up that connection of why that is that way. But you're missing the fact that you have no vision. See, when you don't have a vision, you'll hang out with anybody. When you don't have a vision, you'll date anybody. When you don't have a vision, you'll take any job. When you don't have a vision, you will settle for a life that is beneath you because you do not know what it is that you actually deserve or even desire. Y'all don't know yourselves, and that's your problem. That's why society is can sell to y'all. Do you know that women are the easiest to sell to when it comes down to society, because all they know all they got to do is play on your emotions because you're so emotionally unintelligent that you're not going to catch their schemes and their plans? Do you not understand that the reason why you keep falling for tricks and spells that are casted by men with their words is because you don't understand your identity? Why the hell are you getting happy when somebody tells you that you're beautiful? Why don't you know that? Why aren't you aware? Why aren't you aware? Again, see, when you are not aware of things, you are enamored by the smallest things. You're so beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. Da, 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 da. Ma'am, please. Let's try this again. You're so beautiful. I appreciate you noticing. Straight like that. Straight like that. What am I thanking you for? I thank you for action. I'm not thanking you for no words. I'm not thanking you for what I already know. See, you got the game wrong, which is why the game can be ran on you. I just want somebody to buy me flowers. Oh my God, he bought me flowers. Why aren't you buying yourself flowers? So when you get the flowers, you're not so enamored by a narcissist that you miss the fact that he crazy. But no, he bought you flowers. You know, it's a story on the ID channel on, I think it's called, what is it called? Evil Lives Here. And the crazy man kept buying this girl flowers. And he ended up unaliving his next child's mother in that child, if I'm not mistaken. And the episode was called, I think he brought me flowers. Baby, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. Yes, it's giving desperate energy. Because let me tell you something. And like I always say, what my mama say, baby, a desperate person is a dangerous person. Because a desperate person finna do something. The people who are in poverty, who are robbing you, that's the same kind of energy they own. Desperate energy. They gotta get it, even if they gotta get it from you. That's what desperation is. It's dangerous. It's a very demonic energy. So a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people operate in more demonic energy than they realize with that desperation. How about that? Your desperate energy is demonic. So, little miss, yeah, it's quite devilish actually, which is why it continues to devalue and cause you to self destruct. That's the point. This is why emotional intelligence is not an optional. It's not optional. It's a survival skill set. You understand what I'm telling you? If you don't master your emotions are going to master you. If you don't master your emotions are going to master you. The majority of you, your emotions have already mastered you, which is why you're an overthinker. Dun 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 dun. Ah, yeah. You're overthinking. Your overthinking is a sign that you are not a master of your emotions. Your overthinking shows that you are actually faithless if you call yourself to be a believer, because what is it for you to worry about that you need to think about over and over again when it tells you not to worry about anything? What are you really worried about? Are you really a believer? Some of us faux believe. You understand? A lot of us are faux believers. We're convenient believers. It's really fake. It's really wishy-washy. For y'all not to like two-faced people, you sure be two-faced with the one that created you. For you not to like people with two sides, you sure like that with the one that created you. For somebody who swear up and down nobody believes in you, you sure won't believe in the one who created you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, boo. Belief impacts biology, and biology influences the way you behave. And if you don't believe me, I just want to put this scenario in front of your face really quickly. You say you're a procrastinator, right? Girl, this lie was an answered prayer. All praises to the Most High. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Let me help you out for those who are in this space who say that you have a procrastination issue. You don't have a procrastination issue. You have a belief issue, and I'm gonna help you out with that. I want you to think of the richest person that you know according to society, right? And let's just say that person were to draw up a contract with you and tell you that they were going to give you $10 million if you showed up in the Philippines tomorrow at the post office at 4:30 in the morning. Okay. When you sign that contract, you finna call everybody in your mama and they aunties and grandmas so you can get that money to go to the Philippines, ain't you? So you can be there at 4:30 in the morning. Even though if you don't even know if it's a post office in the Philippines, you don't even know if it's open at 4:30 in the morning, but you signed that contract. You signed that contract and you believe that contract can hold up in every single thing, and you gonna fly over there to the Philippines to get that money, ain't you? But how about contracts? Anybody knows that if you want to get out of any contract, all you need is an excellent lawyer who will spend the time and read and read and read and find that one loophole to get you out of that contract, to get them out of that contract. But you trusted so much that you called everybody and your mama to get you to the Philippines. What if you had that much energy for yourself in the assignment that you're supposed to be completing? What if you had that type of energy when it came down to your business? What if you had that type of energy when it came down to creating the life that you want? Oh, that's too much, but it wasn't too much for you to call everybody named mama so you can get to the Philippines. Oh, so I guess you don't have a procrastination issue. You have a belief issue. You got more belief in the legal system, which has only already shown you that it's a faulty system. You got so much faith in a faulty legal system than you do in the one who created you and the entire universe, the entire world, and everything in it. Child, and you call yourself a believer? Baby, don't piss me off. What do you mean? What do you mean? The reason why your emotions are so out of whack is because you don't believe. You don't believe in self because you don't know self, because you aren't aware of self. And to be aware of self means that you are paying attention to yourself. But no, you're not paying attention to yourself because you're too busy paying attention to him. You're too busy stalking his page. Sis, all that time that you spent stalking that person's page and being on social media, you could have made money from being on social media. This is completely insane. It's obsessive. It's crazy. Crazy, spooky, hilarious, actually. That this is what we're going to do with our time in 2025 when the whole world is burning? Are you insane? You still stalking that man page and you don't have money in your bank account? You because you so aware of everything with him that you're not aware of the own gifts and the things you have within yourself to create a better reality that would attract a better him. What's wrong? What is it? Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these. What is it? Self awareness is truly a lost art. Do you hear me? It's a lost art form. I'm going to tell you this again so you can get some clarity and get some understanding. When we're talking about self awareness is the ability to recognize and to understand your own emotions, thoughts, and behaviors and how they affect others. The way that y'all have no connection to understanding how you impact other people is crazy. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. The way you will disregard everyone else for your feelings is insane. You are not aware of how you impact other people. That's dangerous. You should not have those type of people around you. It's very dangerous. When you are not aware of self, you will accept anything, just like you accepted the first offer at that job they gave you because you didn't know it was $50,000 still in the bag. But you got so excited that they told you they was gonna pay you $50,000 that you didn't even ask for the other 30 that they could have gave you. Crazy work, because you don't know your value. You're not aware. You didn't even have the sense to look up and to see what the role actually encompasses and how people get paid and what's the highest pay that you can get for that position. You didn't even know how to amplify yourself and your magnetism enough to where they feel like they need you and they got to pay you that money. But no, you're just so happy to be in a room. So you accept anything because you don't understand your value. And if you did not ask for more money at your 9 to 5, you're not going to tell me that you're holding that man to a high standard. You're not. You're not going to tell me you're holding your friends to a high standard. Hell, you're not holding yourself to a high standard. Like, let's not. You are disconnected from your core because a queen would never accept crumbs because she understands she ain't a peasant. Why would she eat off the floor? Why would she eat off the floor? Make it make sense. To understand and become aware of yourself is to, one, be rooted in your spiritual identity first, which is going to fortify your mind. Second, which is going to support you in getting in emotional alignment. Third, which is going to allow you to change your physical reality. Fourth, which is going to put you in position to elevate socially and financially. You're not going to be able to do it any other way in this season. Welcome to the year of 9. Scripturally, it means completeness, finality, judgment. And let me tell you something, you can no longer hide. See, a lot of y'all gonna find out who your people are in about 6 months when everything really start crashing and you really start feeling the pressure of these things because y'all are playing games. You're gonna really find out who the people are in your community. And the word of 2025 is community. Better get them clout chasers out your circle before they siphon all of the energy and resources without replenishing any of it. Better make sure that you're not a cloud chaser in a community that is siphoning energy and resources and not replenishing any of it. In this season, you are called to be resourceful, baby, because if you are not resourceful, you can get out the way. This is the time for you to be building a community of people who understand the richness within them so that you can be bartering services. You need to understand and you need to be building, but you can't do that and you can't operate in community if you lack self-awareness. You don't even know what you have to offer. The reason why a lot of you get offended, and men don't ask me this, don't get it confused, but the reason why a lot of women get offended by what do you bring to the table question is because outside of your achievements, you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. If I were to ask you, hey, tell me about you, the first thing gonna come out your mouth is, well, I'm a mom. Why are you telling these men that you are a mom when you don't even know if these men are predatorial? The second aspect of that is, why is your complete identity wrapped in you being a mom, you being this, you being that? Who are you outside of that? Who are you at the soul level? What are your hobbies? Oh, you don't know? Oh, you don't know? You don't know yourself. What do you truly desire right now? See, a lot of y'all claim, I just want a relationship. See, y'all need to know the difference between I want attention, I want to lay on my back, I want a relationship, I want a marriage, I want a partnership. Those things are not the same. And because you are not clear about what you want, you get done all kind of ways. Because without a vision, the people will perish, which is why people are internally suffering. Because you do not have understanding of self. You do not have understanding of who you are. And when you do not know who you are, you don't know how to operate. It is this equivalent to you walking into a 9 to 5 with no job description. You don't know what you're doing, baby. You don't know what you're doing, my love. And you are walking around here unsafe. And this is why you continue to be prey. This is why you are a narcissist's dream. Okay? You are their dream. Because when they see you, they see walking value that they can drain, they can outsource. Because narcissism at the level of that is actually a form of witchcraft. So when you're dealing with a man specifically at that level, and he is a high level narcissist, he is a high level warlock. A lot of y'all will position yourself by falling under the spells of warlocks because you don't know your identity. You don't know who you are. And that is a serious, serious, serious issue. Your energy, your emotions are energy and motion. You have good energy flowing through your body. You have negative energy flowing through your body. You get to choose what's going to impact your organs because both of them impact your organs. One of them impacts your organs in a negative way. The other one impacts your organs in a positive way. Toxic relationships are bad for your health. I don't care if it's with your mama. I don't care if it's with your daddy. I don't care if it's with that man. I don't care if it's with your job. I don't care if it's with your friend. Toxic relationships are bad for your health. This is science. Stop laying down with people who are making your womb a wasteland. Stop listening to society tell you that operating from a toxic space is cool, it's great, it's fine. Toxic by definition means slow poison. There's power of life and death in the tongue. You curse your own self and wonder why you're walking around here lost and under a spell, stuck in a matrix that you can't get yourself out of, because you speak spells over yourself all of the time, because you are not connected to your core. You don't understand this aspect of yourself. So you destroy yourself emotionally. And let me tell you something again. We are in a season now where we are dealing with economic certainty, emotional burnout. People want to be more independent and create wealth. People are overloaded with social media. Listen, if you don't master your emotions right now, and I do mean right now, you are not going to survive what is coming. And I say that to you with all seriousness, no smiles. I'm for real. You are in a season where now you have to learn how to guard your heart above everything else. You are now in a season when you have to protect yourself. Everybody claiming protect my peace, protect my peace. Your peace don't need protecting. The truth is you need the peace that surpasses all understanding, and that's your problem. How about that? See, ain't no such. I need to protect my peace. What do you mean? You don't need to protect your peace. You need to submit to the peace that surpasses your understanding. You don't have to protect that peace. That peace is actually very much so available. You just need to tap into it. You just need to activate it. You just need to be for real about it. Because some of y'all claim y'all want peace, but then continue to stay in hell. It does not make any sense to me. It does not make any sense to me. Self-awareness is the lost art. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these lives. Self-awareness is the lost art that is necessary, and it's a key component of the emotional intelligence series that I'm going to be teaching. And what I need you to understand is that emotional intelligence is no longer like a bonus. This is something they should have taught us in elementary school, but the truth is they wouldn't have taught us this in school because we would have had too much power. We would know ourselves too much. And society thrives on you not knowing yourself and wanting for someone to tell you what to do. That's what they look for. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. And this is why I keep saying, if you don't master your emotions are going to master you. And this is why I created the Emotional Intelligence 101 workbook for people who actually to go with this class so that people can do the work. The workbook is $37, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like $37 or $47. And what it does is it stops you from hearing about self-awareness. It positions you to start actually operating in it. You need to develop it. If you don't have self-awareness, seriously, if you're not really aware of self on a real level, you are in danger and you need to stop. You need to stop buying all this other stuff and doing all these different things and to try to level up. You don't need another level up. You need emotional intelligence. You don't need another course on how you're going to do this. You need emotional intelligence, and you need to get that workbook. If you want the workbook, DM me the word EQ. I'm going to send you a specific link. And then after you make that payment, you're going to get a code that you log in and you immediately get access to the emotional intelligence book, the workbook, because you need to work through it as I'm going through this series. And also make sure you download the syllabus so you can pair it and use it with that. Each one, we're going through each thing, and self-awareness is at the top. Okay. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. So like I said, DM me the word EQ and I'm going to give you that, because here's the thing. Waiting is going to cost you way more than the money you think you're going to spend with this little $37. If you keep going the way you're going, it's going to cost you your peace, your power, and your potential in a society where you can create a brand new reality. Because like that person did say earlier, a lot of new jobs are going to be created in 2025. But guess what? I won't be working the jobs. I'll be creating them. How about that? What's going to be your position? You're going to be working the jobs, or you're going to be creating them for other people? You're going to be creating opportunity for other people, or you're going to be advancing other people's opportunity? Which one you doing? I've had enough of advancing other people's opportunities, other corporations, especially when they don't care about me. Why would I do that? So DM me the word EQ for that. Now, for those who are focused on building wealth, okay, for those who are in a space like, if you need your emotional intelligence, you need to get more aware, get the ebook. Get the workbook and DM me the word EQ so I can see the link. For those who are focused more so on creating wealth, then you're going to need the Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustainable Success. Okay. The way the old systems used to be about working hard and doing this, it don't work no more, y'all. That's why they keep coming out with all these AIs, chat, GTP, DeepSeek, all these other different things that they're coming out with. They're finding faster ways to be able to do things. You're going to have to work smarter. We are in the era of intelligence, artificial intelligence, emotional intelligence, spiritual intelligence. We are in the era of intelligence. And if you don't activate your intelligence, you're not going to make it. By 2027, like I told you, most people are going to be forced into entrepreneurship. What skills do you have? I hear people saying stuff, well, I could do this. Y'all better wake up. What skills do you have? What are the creative and witty inventions that you have in your very being? It's time for you to tap into that, because those are the people you're going to see rising. As you see the demise of the celebrity culture going down, what you're going to see the rise of is a lot of spiritual creators, a lot of people who are truly tapped in. A lot of people are going to be rising to the surface. And you need to ask yourself if you are going to be one of them, or are you going to be succumbing to these systems? Because that's what they're setting up. Seriously, thank you, my love, for these gifts. So, this is the Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustaining Success. Thank you for these gifts. It's for specific people. If you're tired of the rigmarole, okay? Some of y'all are making money, but y'all are losing it just as fast because you do not have emotional intelligence. All right? Your emotional intelligence around wealth is low, and you need to get together. Okay, so this is what I have for you in the Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustainable Success. You're gonna get 3 courses. Okay, you're going to get number 1, the Deconstruct and Refill Your Cup Masterclass. The first, that is the masterclass, and I don't know if Delilah is still on here or not. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. But that is the masterclass that my client Delilah took with me, and she ended up getting, after a couple of years of trying to work her business, she only could get 1 client. After that masterclass, she got 9 clients in 10 days. She got 5 of those clients within 24 hours of that masterclass. So that's number 1. You're going to have to get yourself spiritually rooted. All that worshiping God out of obligation, all that worshiping God out of fear, you're going to have to trash that and build a real, concrete relationship with your creator. And in that course, I am breaking down for you how to deconstruct your idea, your fear, your obligation, your duty aspect of servitude to going into a real relationship with your creator, so that you can start creating the reality that you actually desire. She said, yes, I'm here. The class is very beneficial. I'm taking notes on this class you're teaching. Thank you, my love. So that's the first class that's going to be in there. The second class that's going to be in there is going to be the Magnetism Reset Masterclass, where you learn to master your rhythm in 30 days. As a woman, ain't no more working hard. Okay? You need to learn the 4 phases of your cycle. My mic went out. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly before I continue. Okay, good deal. All right. So the second course that you're going to get is going to be the Magnetism Reset Masterclass. Okay. So the Magnetism Reset Masterclass is a class where I'm teaching you about the 4 phases of your menstrual cycle. Okay. It's fuzzy. Okay, y'all tell me, because either way it go. One, but it's fuzzy feedback. Hold on, let me try something right quick. Okay, how does that sound? Does that still sound fuzzy? It's fuzzy. Okay, I'm gonna just take this out. Y'all gonna hear this fan though. Okay. It's a white sound noise. Child, I don't know. Oh yeah, somebody is mowing the grass outside, and so you might hear that too. But the Magnetism Reset Masterclass, I'm teaching you about the 4 phases of your menstrual cycle. I'm teaching you how to use it to elevate your mood. I'm teaching you how to position yourself so you can make more money. And I'm positioning to help you so you can actually get your health together. So if you're wanting to do those 3 things, the Magnetism Reset Masterclass is going to support you within 30 days of getting those things active, okay? Because you cannot keep working against your feminine design. The 3rd class that you're going to get is called the Wealth Alchemy class, where I'm teaching you specifically how to calm your nervous system. They will tell you all day long on these apps, calm your nervous system, but they're not telling you how to do it. It's a way for you to be able to do it. And you're going to have to calm your nervous system if you want to create cash flow, because they're going to be throwing some crazy stuff at you. Y'all think what's happening with these planes and all this stuff is something? The plan is to exhaust you. And if you don't know how to center yourself, if you don't have spiritual rooting, and I'm just telling you the truth, if you don't have spiritual rooting, if you don't have mental fortitude, if you don't have emotional stability, you're going to crash out. And that's a part of their plan. They want you so weak, and I've said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it. They want you so spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically weak that you allow yourself to get marked. Because when you in desperate energy, you'll do anything. Yep. When you are in desperate energy, you will do anything to not be in that energy anymore. So if you are struggling in that space, that is going to support you, and that is going to help you. So this is who this class is for. Let me get real clear. The Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustainability or Sustainable Success is for the woman who's ready to break free from financial instability, stop operating in survival mode. She has been conditioned to struggle. She has been conditioned to overwork. She's scared of money. Because see, some of y'all scared of money. Some of y'all so scared of money that y'all scared to make money because y'all scared y'all going to be alone because y'all want men so bad. Some of y'all do. Some of y'all will shrink yourselves because you don't want to be by yourself. That's how faithless you are. You really believe that the desires of your heart are not going to be met, so you shrink yourself to try to choose something else. And when it don't work for you, you want to be mad at God. Stop trying to make yourself small when it was intended for you to be big. Stop doing that. Stop being afraid of money. Stop being afraid that you're going to drop the ball. You're not going to mess it up. You don't have a fear of success. You're afraid of the responsibility that comes with that success. I understand. But guess what? With great manifestations come intentionality, responsibility, and accountability. So if you really want what you want, then you about that life. The responsibility included. You're not going to mess this up as long as you are staying rooted. See, the thing about it is, this Wealth Alchemist alignment bundle is really for the woman who is ready to shift her nervous system into alignment so that she can attract that wealth. So if you're really tired of the up and down financial struggle, then click the link in the bio. You're going to pay for the Wealth Guide. The Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustainable Success is $222. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. You get any of my products with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. Okay. Once you pay for the product, you're going to get a code that is going to be sent to you. When you get that code, all you got to do is log in, put that code in, and it is going to pull up everything for you. And you get to work. Okay? Because the reality of the situation is that if you don't get yourself in alignment, you're going to struggle. This season is about alignment. It's not about working hard. It's not about doing all these other things. It's about alignment. The bundle is $222. You get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. Hey, get your emotions together so you can start creating the life you want. Because guess what? They don't care about you. Things are going up. Okay? Things are going to go up in price. Life is going to get crazy. But what you finna do? Are you going to sit there and just drown? Make it make sense. I bought my bundle today. Yes! Come on, Kimber. Come on, Kim. I remember you messaged me. So I'm excited. Come on, TikTok be doing another thing. I'm excited. Congratulations, my love. I'm super, super excited. And hold tight, because the women who purchased this bundle and who purchased a couple of other things, I'm going to have a private question and answer one-on-one. We're going to talk about some real stuff that's happening in society outside of this. But it's only for the people who are investing, because that's how I know you're serious. We're going to have some real talk. So if you're wanting to do things like move abroad, if you're wanting to do all kind of different things, we're going to have a private conversation. So check your email. It's coming. We're having it this month. It's going to be a live Q&A. It's going to be private. Okay? Everything is in a bio, love. It's going to be private. It's going to be only for my client community, people, women who have invested, because I'm making sure any woman who has taken the time to invest and be serious about their investments, I don't want you to miss what's happening around you. So we're going to have a Q&A. It's going to be very private. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. So for the women who've gotten this bundle, hold tight. Okay, I'm going to see you soon. What questions do you guys have for me in regard to today's topic when we're talking about if you can't control your emotions, you'll never control your life? Self-awareness, the beautiful, beautiful lost art. We talked about what self-awareness was, breaking it all the way down to the point of how it costs you when you don't have self-awareness. And I've even talked about some solutions to be able to support you if you struggle with self-awareness. If you are not ready for the wealth guide, then go ahead and DM me the word EQ. You need to at least get that $37 emotional intelligence workbook. I'm serious. Do not be out here without no emotional intelligence. Lectures are only going to get you so far. You have to do the work, and like it tells you in scripture, you have to write it down and make it plain. And that is what that workbook is going to help you do. It's going to help you write it down, make it plain, get it done. Okay? It's $37. I don't want to hear no excuses. Everything I offer comes with Quantum Affirming Afterpay. Child, if you can get you an outfit from Fashion Nova and look cute on the outside, then you get yourself together on the inside. I don't want to hear it. Because being cute on the outside ain't finna work no more. Y'all finna find that out too. You got to learn how to live in the heart space in this season. And a lot of y'all not ready for that. Because it requires emotional awareness. It requires emotional regulation. It requires emotional intelligence. And it requires emotional security, which all of that encompasses emotional mastery, which is what I teach and which is what my clients get from me. They become masters of their emotions. I'm not shook or tore up about what is happening in the world, because guess what? I knew it was coming. It tells you all these things in scripture. The problem is you didn't think none of this stuff was going to happen in your lifetime. Well, guess what it is? You are here now. You are here now for this specific assignment. Are you going to show up or are you going to sink? Choose your master. Choose your player. But it is all going to be on you, and it requires emotional intelligence. So even if you don't get the Wealth Alchemist guide, make sure that you DM me EQ so that I can send you that specific link to get the emotional intelligence 101 book, because you have got to have emotional intelligence in this season or you will not thrive. All right? How to heal fear of failure, inconsistency, dealing with boredom, impulsiveness, and expectations. That's a lot. So the first and foremost, the fear of failure doesn't exist to me. Fear of failure, my perception on failure, I don't lose or fail, I learn. Like, that's always been my perception. So I always learn from every experience, and that's very key. So that's the first thing for me. When it comes down to inconsistency, when it comes down to boredom, when it comes down to impulsiveness, it's dealing with your belief. All of these things are centered around your beliefs. All of them. You're inconsistent because of a belief issue. You're bored because of a belief issue. You're impulsive because of a belief issue. You have expectations around your beliefs. So all of these things have to deal with your beliefs. So there has to be a shift in your beliefs. And if you want to shift your beliefs, 2 things you can do. Start with the emotional intelligence guide, okay? Or if you really about that life and you really want it done, like you want to get activated in the next 30 days, then get the Wealth Alchemist Guide to Sustainable Success, because that's going to position you for that. That's going to position you for that, not only emotionally, not only mentally, but energetically as well, which is important. A lot of people are not getting what they want or manifesting what they want because there are not energetic matches for that. And if you're not an energetic match for what you want, I don't care how much you write it down, 369, I don't care how many times you call it out and you pray, it's not happening because you're not a match. Law is always going to honor law. So if you're not an energetic match for something, it's not going to happen for you. And energy, a lot of it has to do with what you believe. Okay? With failure, I meant along the lines of having a vision you fear won't materialize the way you want. You're too big. That's because you're attached to the outcome. Once again, you can't be attached to the outcome. That means you're trying to control it. So if you're thinking failure in the sense of what if this doesn't happen, then you've already said, what if this doesn't happen? It's not going to happen. But if you switch that and you're like, what if I did this? Or what if this did happen? Instead of saying, what if it goes wrong? What about trying to say, what if this goes right? Okay? Yes, it will be that price right now currently. It'll stay that price for a minute. So that's the thing. Like, what if it goes right? So anytime I catch myself saying the negative, I always have to remember the duality of that. So if I'm saying, dang, what if this actually goes really well though? This may actually be good. And I would take it a step above positive thinking, honestly. I would take it to the space of me releasing control. Because here's the thing, releasing control and understanding, I'm not a fortune teller. And I don't want to be, because that go against the Most High anyway. I ain't a fortune teller. So since I'm not a fortune teller, and I can't definitely say that this is going to go wrong or this is going to go right, the only thing in the middle of that is for me to be able to try and to take action and to see what's actually going to happen. So that is where you actually come in. So it's not so much, I would say, positive thinking. It's more so of understanding duality and understanding that, either or can happen, and being okay with the outcome, because ultimately the Creator got me. So if it don't work, that's for my good. And if it does work, it's for my good. Because at the end of the day, I want what's for my good. Okay? Does that make sense? So, but you'll grasp a lot of that concept, like I said, in getting those two items, the Wealth Alchemist Guide or the Emotional Intelligence Guide. Absolutely, Omida, absolutely. Like, you really have to understand law. And I tell people, if you really want to thrive in this life, understanding spiritual law, understanding the science of yourself, and understanding your personal psychology will take you far. Understanding the psychology of others as well will take you very, very far. Okay? All right, sunshines, I'm about to get off here. I am so excited for the amazing women who will be working on their emotional intelligence in this season, and the amazing women who will be working on their wealth consciousness and alchemizing their life in a way to where they're able to create wealth consistently. Very, very excited about that. Click the link in the bio to be able to get access to any of the courses or services that I have. I have several. If you're wanting to start your business, I have things in there to be able to help you start your business. Like I said, everything is, you can get with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. So no excuses, just execution. Okay? Thank you, my love. No, just execution, no excuses, no exhaustion. Just get it done, okay? This lecture is going to be on YouTube, and it will replay tonight, okay? At probably 6:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure that you go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe if you missed any lectures. If you missed the lecture from last week, you want to go ahead and go catch it on what is emotional intelligence and all that jazz, because lectures stay up for about 14 days and I take them down. So we're running up on a week of the first lecture of last week. You have about 7 days before I get ready to move that. So make sure you go over there and you check it out. Share it with a friend. Comment a purple heart to let me know that you're over there and all that great stuff, because I do respond. So I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing Tuesday. Y'all know I ain't ate nothing, so I'm going to go get me something to eat. Or I'm going to eat something. I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing day. Click the link in the bio to be able to get access to anything. And if you are a woman leader, okay, if you are a woman leader at work, if you are a woman leader in your business, make sure you sign up for the magnetic newsletter. And if you have interest in my high level program, we are still enrolling in the magnetic muse 12-week experience. I will be meeting with my amazing clients tonight, and I'm so excited. It's amazing women in that community. So if you're seeking community, that definitely is something you want to look into. Click the link in the bio, scroll all the way down, and fill out the form, and I will send you a overview video of the entire program, so you will learn more about the program. Before you submit your information, understand the program is a 4-figure investment. It is absolutely worth it. It's an amazing program, and I love, 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 love it. Okay? All right, y'all, I'm about to go. I'm going to check my DMs for those who have sent me EQs for the workbook. Okay? And if you are on YouTube, all you have to do is click the link in my description box, and you will be able to get access to the workbook. All right? All right, y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing, amazing evening and day. Peace, y'all.